Evening, everyone. It's 5:48 on this Monday afternoon, the 25th of April. Um, we had a really nice reversal today in the markets. Not sure that it lasts. I don't think it's, quote, the bottom, but it was a nice trade. We bought some S&P calls and paid between $1.59 and $1.70 for them. We sold out half of them, unfortunately, on the 100% up rule at about $3.40, and they closed around 380 or so. Not a bad trade. The biggest news of the day clearly was Twitter being taken private by Elon Musk. The price remains the same. There seems to be no other bidders. Last I saw, the stock was 51.90. That was up about $3.07, or about 6.5%. So we had the market down about 500, and around noon it made the absolute low and then started up. I think it was down 587 or 487. In any event, it was down about 500. The S&P got down to 4,200, literally 4200.08. That was an area that a lot of people were watching, and they turned it up from there. So the Dow closed up about 238. That was 0.7%. The Nasdaq closed up 165, up 1.29%. S&P, after being down about 50 or 60, closed actually up 24.34 and pretty close to the high. They all closed pretty close to the high. That was only 0.6%. The Russell was up 13 and a half. The Dow Jones transports were up 165. That was 1.1%. The VIX closed at 2702, and that was on the low of the day and down $1.19. While the market was headed lower, the VIX actually got up to 3160, which is well below, that magic 37, $38 spike. But it seems to be enough, and we'll have to see how earnings continue to come in. And of course, tomorrow after the close, we have Microsoft. NKTX, symbol NKTX, little biotech company, um, made a new all-time low close. It's only been around for a little while. I think that the all-time high was in December of 2020, and that was at $79. Today, after closing at that new all-time low at 777, it opened up at 1447 and traded as high as 20. The last on it is 1872, and that's up 1095. This was a phase 1 trial result for a cancer treatment. So, really nice move. Okay, as far as the futures go, the oil was down 353. And it got down to as low as 95 and a quarter. Show you what that looks like on the daily. I think it'll be a little better look for us. Right back down into that same area of support and bounced back to close 98.54. Again, also not necessarily the bottom, but if we extend this trend line, you'll see that we went right through it and bounced back up. We're also approaching the this red line, which is the 100-day moving average. We are kind of getting into a little bit of a pennant here. But again, I remind everyone that this fib number of 50% comes in at 96.47, and it also corresponds with the last important consolidation and breakout that took us from basically a breakout a little over 95 to 130 in 5 trading days. MACD also wobbling back and forth, as I mentioned this morning. The corn was higher today. Most of the grains were down, with the exception of wheat. And as I said, the corn. I'll show you what that one looks like since we're long it. We came back down and made a slightly higher low and a lower high, so an inside day, but closing on the top. We obviously still need a close above this 807 area to take us any higher. Gold got mercilessly pounded today, down 38.30. I guess the economic news with China has put a damper on things, along with the Fed tightening. We are again in that same area, 1890. This has been one of Dennis's favorite places to be buying it. I didn't actually speak to him today about this position, but I'm sure that it got his attention. The low here was 1895. The low here was 1893.20, and today's low of 1891.8. So we'll have to see how that goes tomorrow. The silver was down a like amount. Bitcoin 40,210, up 755 after trading all the way back down at 38,175. The dollar was up 56 cents again, and the bonds were up 1.5. I can't remember the last time I said the bonds were up today. Quite a while. So we had the MUSK news, we had NKTX, we also had John Deere. John Deere came in being downgraded by 3 or 4 people last week, and Bank of America downgraded it today on concern over orders. The stock, which has come down in the last 4 trading days from a high of 447 to trade today as low as 391, so pretty hefty decline. Managed to bounce a little off that low, which, by the way, was pretty close to the 200-day MA, and the stock, the entire range for today is below the lower Bollinger Band. Did close 385.50. That was still down 1807, or about 4.5%. There's just so much economic news and earnings that it's difficult to list them all. But the biggie for tomorrow clearly is Microsoft after the close. All right, everyone, have a good evening. Hope you enjoyed that S&P trade.